Good evening, my lovelies. I'm Lady MikeRich15. This evening we have a tale from author MikeRich15, aka Redditor MikeRich15. Now be forewarned, this tale does deal with child abduction, so if you are sensitive to this topic, my dear, skip this one and perhaps take a stroll around my realm and have a listen to another episode. For the rest of you, though, it's time. So come now, lean in closer, and we'll begin. "5 seconds, and my entire life was sent into ruin. Count it. 1. I looked around, trying to find the exit. 2. There were people everywhere. I could barely move. I was holding on to my son's hand. 3. His hand slipped away from mine, and 2 more precious seconds would go by before I realized it wasn't because he was reaching into his pocket for his favorite toy. 4. I fumbled through my coat for my phone without looking, still trying to figure out exactly where we were in this far too crowded fairground. 5. Dylan? And like that, he was gone. It didn't matter that I screamed. It didn't matter that they caught the giant on camera, one hand over my son's mouth, my son, who looked like a rag doll in the giant's arms. It didn't matter that for months I pleaded to the public for help, that the FBI conducted a nationwide manhunt, that Dylan's face joined the long line of smiling children who were never found again. Dylan had been swallowed up by the earth. He had only wanted to see the clowns for his birthday. On the first anniversary of his disappearance, my son would have turned 6 years old. Instead, a man, walking his dog in the early hours of the morning, found Dylan's body, rotting away in a hollowed-out tree. Clearly, the inspector said, Dylan had been dead for a long time. Frozen, they said. The giant had frozen his body. No one knows exactly when Dylan was killed, but they do know this. Dylan didn't die on the day he was taken. There would have been plenty of time for... I never asked for details. On the second anniversary of his death, Dylan would have turned 7 years old. Instead, at exactly 1 minute past 12 a.m., I received a message on my phone. Unknown number. 1 photo attachment. Only 2 words. For you. I think in the abyss of my heart, I knew exactly what I'd see when I opened up the picture. Dylan's rotted corpse in the hollow tree. Only, this photo had been taken at night. The edges of the picture were almost completely black, but the flash had thrown my son's dead body into a white-hot relief. Here in front of my eyes were the details I had never wanted. Both the police and FBI failed to trace the source of the message. On the 3rd anniversary of his death, I had a new phone, a new number, a new house in a new state, and a new life. Dylan would have been 8 years old. Sometime during the day, I received a new message. Unknown number, 1 photo attachment. For you. I couldn't help myself. I opened the file to see my son, dead, but not in the hollow tree. Now, he was lying on a couch. It was clear he hadn't been dead for as long. In the corner of the picture, there was a hand clad in a black leather glove, a closed fist pointing its thumb in the air. The police were useless. The FBI said that next year they would set up a trace program in case another picture was sent on my son's birthday. That was all they could do. On the 4th anniversary of his death, 2 men from the FBI sat with me as I stared at my phone. For you. Now, my son was in the back seat of a car. Clearly he was dead, but he looked fresher. I hated the word, but it was the only thing I could think of when I saw Dylan, his head lolled to the side, black eyes staring at the camera. A few moments went by before something else became clear. The picture had been taken in such a way that I could see through the window of the car. I could make out details. Houses, cars, mailboxes. For one blazing second, I thought this was the slip-up we had all been waiting for. Finally, the giant had made a mistake. We were going to find him. The FBI passed the picture back and forth. Then I saw it happen. I saw the color drain from their faces. What? What was it? I screamed at them. I demanded they tell me. They simply placed the picture on my kitchen table, pointed to the house you could see clearly. My old house. Dylan's house. More details emerged. Several black sedans parked on the street, FBI cars. You could see a gaggle of reporters on my front lawn. This picture had been taken only a month after the fairground. On my quieter days, when my nightmarish reality retreats for a blissful moment, I could take small comfort in the knowledge that Dylan had seen the end far earlier than in my worst imaginings. It is only a small comfort, like having a cushion to sit on while someone flays you alive. Then, one of the FBI men pointed to the top left corner of the photo, past the body of my Dylan, and through the back window of the car he was resting in. You could make out a figure. The giant. A featureless shadow, save for one thing. Teeth. A grin. Like the Cheshire cat that wanted to eat the skin off your face. I don't remember screaming. Now, on the 5th anniversary of Dylan's death, I'm sitting at my kitchen table. I don't have a phone anymore. I moved to the country and took my name off any listing I could think of. But it didn't matter. He found me. He found me and left an envelope taped to my door. For you. If you enjoyed this tale and are watching on YouTube, pop me a comment below. Otherwise, send me a message on Facebook or Twitter. My handle is Lady MikeRich15 on both. If you would like to support this channel and podcast, consider becoming a member of our dark family on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Lady MikeRich15. A direct link is in the episode description below. As a member, you will get access to patron-only content and possibly be eligible for discounts on my Dungeon Essentials, what mortals call merchandise. As much as I love putting these episodes together for you, it does take time and resources, and every bit of support does help. That's all I have for you this evening, my lovelies. Till next time, sweet dreams.